All right, welcome back. Welcome back to your Hulky New Updates, guys. We're going to jump right into it, cover it, and leave it open for questions if you have any feedback, thoughts, comments, concerns, talk about the market, whatever it may be. So let's start it off with Shill Harder. Let's all work together as we're pushing out more and more announcements. As you saw, we won Alcazar's big buy competition. Because of that specifically, that's a $10,000 buy that will be coming into the chart that they will host giveaways for our token. So you can see the power from that. Same is happening now with Runestone. And I'll get to that in these updates as well. A little addition for that, right? To your ability with questions, with anything regarding the market as well. Feel free to chat in main chat. Let's get a bit more action as far as writings inside of main chat. I'll be reaching out to some of our members as well and having a bit more movement inside of our main chat as we bring out more and more utility. So we'll be announcing this to start off our VC updates to get a bit more motion happening in the speed chat, not just announcements, but let's have some conversations and get to know each other a bit more. I see familiar faces in here. Some of them I have never got a chance to text with in main chat. So feel free to let yourself be known. So as far as some of the updates, guys, Holkino is listed on VoltiChange. VoltiChange has went from .com to .net. That's been adjusted in our announcements as well. I also reached out to Voltoshi to see if they will post up an announcement of Hulk Inu being listed on VoltiChange. So he's busy, man. Let's give him some time to get back to us. But hopefully we'll get some news from him today. As far as what else has been happening in the background, page 3 of the comic sketch draft is in. It's been sent in for review to add in some additional details that were overlooked and then some new details as well, adding in an additional panel as well. So give that a couple more days and we'll post out the sketch. Then you get the colored version, then narration and motion graphics will be added into page 3. On top of that, as far as what's happening in the background, new utility has been confirmed. So we already have multiple utilities that are ready to go. We're just waiting for the markets to calm down with the huge scandal of FTX, saying that FTX is bigger than Enron and the biggest scandal in history. But with that, we have another new utility coming for consumer information that is on the way, should not be long. So, if we're seeing the market turn downwards more and more, we can announce this utility before we bring out the other ones that we've all been anticipating. So, call this a bonus utility for you guys. So we also have more promotion. As you see, we're still pushing out promotion, all different avenues, whether it be collaboration, AMAs, Smash Space, joining contests, getting tweeted out by our supporters. But more calls come in with green inside of Ethereum. Like I said, if we're seeing more sideways action throughout the month of December, we have plenty of utility to be releasing to gain new investors' interest as the market is getting more bearish. They want more stable projects that are continuously pushing things out that have established trust and foundation. So we have that along with the promise of Alcazar's 10K buy, and we'll see with Runestone. So we're in the Runestone contest. We won the poll. There was a project that bought it for, to not rustle any feathers. We'll leave them unnamed, but they're still in there. We wish them the best. Smash the Runestone AMA as well. And I guess I'll skip ahead with it that we're going to be finding the winner today, it seems. So I jumped in Runestone and they have an announcement that they'll be not necessarily announcing, but buying in to the charts with an undisclosed time and then announcing the winner. So hopefully it's Holkinu. Let's see. As far as what else has been announced is Memes Token won the next collab AMA poll that we have after our Smash Space. Here, hopefully you guys can't hear that chainsaw in the background. But that's been tweeted out as well. They've been tagged too. That will be this Wednesday, so 2 days from now, the 23rd at 8 p.m. EST. So make sure you guys are there. They were the bonus round projects. They're new, so they have a lot of passion and pushing forward. And the dev on that space also mentioned that multiple utilities are ready. And he's a well interconnected marketer focused on social media ads. So great networking for us as we're pursuing Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, so we can get some tips and tricks from him. I am familiar with the muscle as a marketer from last year, I'd say. Yeah, about last year. As far as what to expect in the near future for Holkino, it's about time for us to get the AMA standoff going. So we already have some projects that will be interested. We're going to make it juicier than it was last time. Hokinu goes to Instagram Reels, so that custom AR filter is finally starting to have more movement from the developer, and this will lead into multiple aspects, which will combine with our merch line release with Nick Best. Now it has been about a week. He said give it a week or two, as he's busy after the Strongman Games for us to all talk about working together and a mutual benefit for both parties. I did mention that the Runestone winner will be announced today. So skipping ahead to the collab AMA with Meme Soak and ours will win over that. Mr. Utility 2 is on pause again with the market. So we're fighting the bear market. Keep that in mind. But with the bear market, how we're having a pivotal turn downwards. Um, More the utility that's been under development and also for this side of being beta tested needs to be weighed on. It's fine in the bear markets, but there's not much interest in pushing hard when we already have bias guarantee coming into the chart, utility being developed and is developed. But it's just moving wisely in the market, right? So we know we're not going to stay down for forever or even for a long time. But it's also about how to navigate the road going back upwards. Maintaining our chart, of course, for sustainability, bringing green into it as well, staying relevant. All of these are checked off the list. It's just, strategic implementation for a lot of these utilities I'm talking about. So that's part of the Infinity Project's utility, part of the merch line being dropped, also waiting for Nick Best to combine that as a promotion. So it would look more like if and when we make our deal with Nick Best, we announce that he's onboarded with a link towards him, picture of him as the Hulk, our Hulk. He comes with a bunch of connections as well. So think believes crypto in that essence, right? We have him on board with us that connects us with multiple different aspects, like Pablo Crow connected us with El Musa, Game Bangers. Ladybug is really the one that set that up. Shout out to them. So similar aspect with that with the merch line. Again, strategic implementation. The second new utility as well. If that is taking longer, we can flip it where we can have that project integration utility added in along with this new bonus utility that we're bringing out too. So now we have 4 utilities and two of the 4 are done, ready to go. As far as the Infinity Project, that is something we'll update as we grow it. When it has reached its maturity, we'll be announcing exactly what it is, but you'll see the fruits of that before that. And the fourth is that bonus utility that has now confirmed and on the way and won't be long from now. As a fifth additional utility would be the 24/7 YouTube Hulk Inu music channel. We can always bring that out too, depending on what the market is doing. So if you see us continuously going downwards, slowly, we have some of these utilities that will push out. I guess more of the fun side of things, but still bring more exposure as they're unique. But if we're going sideways, then we can bring out all utilities. It's just about stabilization of the market as well. So yeah, so we can look forward for the 10K buy from Alcazar token. Uh, are we going so we have page 3. The sketch is out. I could post the sketch, but I mean it's going to be updated. But yeah, I guess we could have a preliminary push so you guys can see what page 3 looks like and how it's going to be built and have additional details put into it. So I can do that right after I post the updates. So I'll put that into it as well. Sorry, give me a second. And then, okay, so yeah, we're just about there, guys. I'm streamlining it today as the market is bleeding, but we are getting ready to drink the blood of these of FTX's spoils of war. Sorry, I spoke like that. That's because I was writing up page 3. So the write up is done, but yeah, the text will come in on the color page. for page three, but I'll post up the preliminary draft this evening. Hokina goes to Decentricon, so very intriguing. I'm getting DMs of, oh wow, you're going to Decentricon. That's so cool. The ticket is an NFT form. I do believe I've posted it up that we're going to Decentricon with the proof of it. That will be in 7 days from now. Um, yeah, I'll be flying. I'll be driving over on the 6th from Tampa to Miami. So it's the 28th and 29th where we'll be networking and meeting up with some crypto friends and get to do that full on IRL docs. On Wednesday, and already talking to the muscle about some tips and tricks for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube ads. So we'll have that we'll have a highlight of that in the collab AMA as well. So you're seeing the whole premise of these project to project collaboration AMAs in action. You heard it on Smash Space, and then we're DMing in the background, and then going deeper into it on the collab AMA. As you can see, the common ground there already, and then it goes into actually implementation. The Chinese promotion company has sent me a message as well. Bear in mind, guys, the paperwork has been signed and the partnership will be announced for the same reason as what we said about stabilization in the markets. We don't want to bring out bullish features when the market is going downwards. We want to I'm not saying we're waiting for, this huge pump of the market. We're just waiting for either stabilization or, green going upwards so we can ride those waves. People are getting more comfortable as well. All the while, we are still bringing out utilities and bringing out promotions with guaranteed buys into the chart from winning Alcazar's buy contest, as well as some other DMs that I have in the background. So, staying relevant, staying up to date, still pushing forward. This is that embracing the bear market aspect. We fight it, yes, but there's also times to embrace it, which is why it was named that way. Where was I? The Chinese promotion company, yeah. So Eddie has the same sentiment. He's our contact person for the Chinese promotion company. Believes market crypto is still has some contagion aftershock that is yet to be seen. So he's thinking more pain ahead. Um, so we'll be more strategic. It gives us more time to plan out that push for tweeting it out, retweeting it, getting callers in, and getting influencers to spread the word of one side of yes, we're announced, but also adding in the your Hulk Inu dev is going to Hong Kong. I was just talking to my brother about that today about that is a bit of a verification, right? So there's one side of the push from oh snap, they're with this promotion company. The other side is okay, he's going to Hong Kong, a big tell, just like our big thing is like Enu Studios, the 12 Ethereum buyback, all of these milestones. They give more verification for you guys as investors, but also for outsiders hearing it of saying, wow, if the dev is that dedicated to go to Hong Kong and vlog it the whole way through, everything else on this roadmap is sure thing. So that's how there's a lot of FUD in the market, right? Of trusting your dev to deliver. You guys have been here for some time. You see that we deliver over and over and update you on why things are happening in different orders or organized certain ways. So that'll be announced too, along with the V2 staking release at the round one sellouts for perpetuity, start of race to Valhalla. This is also a great verification of a milestone of seeing the team do a 12 Ethereum buyback. Everyone says hallelujah, big pump, along with stabilization pumps with the race to Valhalla, another utility attached to that, and massive marketing campaigns all happening around the same time. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll keep it brief. Everything else, I think you guys know of what is in development. So we're looking at Runestone, seeing if we won. So they're looking it over, and you'll see a buy into our chart if we did win. And Alcazar's buy will come in, of course, unannounced. They have not told me either. With our comment coming in, listed on VoltiChange, and seeing if Voltoshi will tweet us out. With that, any questions or comments from anybody in the crowd? Feel free, speak now. And as I did before, I will copy up this list of the announcements and post and pin them for you guys. Here you go. That is posted and pinned. So if your connection or you guys can't hear me so well, feel free to read those over if it jogs any questions for you too. In the near future, it gets chunkier and chunkier with the bear markets. Infinity Project is tied to crypto, where it streamlines income into our chart, where it is necessary for stabilization in the market. Innovations, they have to be well planned out for that. But now we have 5 utilities underway, where, yeah, 3 out of those 5 can be pushed out very quickly. Actually, maybe, well, yeah, 4 out of the 5 is just strategically putting them in. And a few out of those are also for glamour aspects for exposure. So they can come out as well, regardless of the state of the market. Shiba Doge Soldier asks, can you explain what is the Infinity Project? So this is our Mr. Utility. So I try my best to be as transparent as possible with less mystery. So I'll explain it to the best of my capability by, still keeping in the secrets. I'll start off by saying the reason why I have to be mysterious for it is because it has never been done inside of crypto. And if it has been done, it has not been announced. For that reason, we're building it out so that it's fully functional along with a visualizer to make sure that it's not so easily copyable, but also is a lot more clear. So not fully, but you'll see the effects already. But what the Infinity Project does is it streamlines income into our charts. So all members in here could not be buying anything, but you're still seeing green come into this chart. Um, so that's the aspect of it. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect that when we can announce it is how we're going to announce it is a visualizer of showing uh, these funds going into the chart and how all of the funds are being distributed. What's great about that is it's a 2-for-1 deal where that visualizer will be used to showcase their IRL profits, like from royalties, like from the creation company, our merch line, how they're entering into the blockchain, being dispersed to shareholders, being bought back into the chart and burned or locked if we want to save the tokens for exchange listings. So that's what the Infinity Project does. It's happening in the background. When can I fully Shiba Doge Soldier says, and when are you going to explain it? So, I mean, that is probably like a pretty full, well-rounded. It's just on the, hey, how are these funds coming in? That will happen with the visualizer. So the first steps is to, get these funds allocated and have them tied in and automation. And then we can visualize it. And then we have an announcement of, look, this is what's been happening. But as far as you seeing it, that some of it's already happened. And you'll see more as the market starts to recover as well, and we get more bullish sentiments going around. But yeah, it sucks not being able to be transparent about it. It's tough, and you see me bringing it up often, and then because I'm excited about it because I know it will work. But yeah, so those are the few reasons of why we can't be fully transparent. Um, but yeah, I can tell you that it streamlines income into the chart, and then we visualize it to make up for that lack of transparency on the way to it. You get to see everything that has been happening and what is going forward as well. But yeah, as far as the time frame, I can't give you a time frame. It does depend on the market, but it also depends on these beta testings, right? So bear in mind, it is 100% unique, so much that this utility, we just had to name it something. So we named the Infinity Project because the idea is infinite. It will um, provide buys into Holkinu consistently for infinity, and also a bit of a tie on Infinity Stones, which is a Marvel's reference. Hopefully that answers it for you. Okay, perfect. Sweet, yeah. But yeah, as far as everything else, quite clear on how this is being introduced. But you got to think of the Infinity Project as, since it's so unique and it's not on our roadmap, think of it as a bonus utility as well. While as you see, all these other utilities are good to go, or you see that we're bringing things out and pushing and pushing and pushing. Bear in mind, we could have just left this as a surprise, right? But this is definitely something that's unique, and there will be copies from it. So that's what is taking so long on keeping it under wraps, beta testing, but then also making it less easy for people to copy, which is the visualizer. Not many projects have that visualization of, hey, look, this is. You also see how the marketing funds are being distributed, how when the buybacks are. But I mean, this stuff is already in existence through Etherscan, but we're making it easier for you guys to see. And as we grow and develop, more resources are coming from different directions, right? Whether it be royalties, whether it be merch line sales, and the list goes on. Clients from the creation company, pay per view from YouTube ads. So we'll have each one assigned, let's say, like a threshold, right? So if it's pay per view and we're getting like $1 every time someone views it, gas fees eats that up for it to auto buy back into the chart. You'll see it fill up. It reaches the threshold. Oh, there's about to be $100 buy or something from YouTube ads, which can be very fast or it can be very slow. But this way, we can also allocate resources strategically from the buy-in from the smaller things like a pay-per-view, which is what I say macro turn micro. So it's macro views that bring the profit in and micro buys into the chart. Yes, the five upcoming utilities. Sorry, here, let me read that out first. Xiao Xiao says, if I heard it correctly, we have five upcoming utilities question mark. Yes, so to list them off is the merch line, Infinity Project, the project integration, this new one, which is based on consumer information as a bonus utility, because with the ones that have been built up over time, we want them to come out at the right time, and we added in as well as the 24/7 YouTube Hulk Inu music channel as the fifth utility. So some of them are directly financially attached. Some of them are exposure based, like the YouTube. We're not doing like YouTube ads or something. That's something for our community to come together, put songs up, but it's also marketable as unique. So those are the five utilities in addition to what we already have. Plus, Hulky new comic page 3 on the way, and I'll be posting up the sketch. Do you guys want me to post the sketch now? Xiao Xiao says the market is not good right now. Are you planning to release any one of the upcoming utilities? So, yes, I agree. The market is not good right now. The idea is like the merch line has it's finished, right? But there's a couple of things of integrating it to our website, which is it's like a few seconds. But it's also now with Taz Crypto had the idea of going to strongman games, getting an endorsement, so we can combine that with the launch. Sorry, to answer your question more directly, some of them are being held off, like that merch line, for marketing pushes. Organizing like the Chinese promotion company as well as an announcement. So they're being held off because of the markets, but then there's other ones that we can like. Let's say the market is like this for a longer period of time, like a couple of weeks. That way, we can bring out the Hulky new 24/7 YouTube channel, right? That's exposure based, showing okay, there's still growing utility. Here's something to market. Here's something to shill. And the same thing with this consumer information platform as well. It is something that people have done. A lot of people don't know that it is very easy to do, but still, it's the same side as exposure focused utilities. So, yes, the market's not good right now, but we have some utilities that we can bring out during that time for exposure. But then there's other ones that are financially focused, like the Infinity Project, like the merch line, um, that should be, and also that project integration, which can be easily done as well. But yeah, it's about still delivering during the bear market and not just sitting docile and saying we're building. But this way, you say okay, you can see okay, here's a new utility out. It's not as financially fueling like the merch line, which is exposure and financially fueling. So yes, a little bit of both. So we're planning to release some in regards to the market, and some we're holding off on for the market to stabilize or turn green. Feel free, Toast. Happy to see you. And thank you guys for the questions, Xiao Xiao and Shiba Doge Soldier. hmm So it says, I keep hearing the Chinese promotion. Why are you yelling, Toast? Caps lock. No, I'm kidding. Do your thing. Is that really true? Can we see some visual or something about that? He wants proof. Can I see? Yeah, I'll have to ask Eddie what it's 5:30 a.m. for him. I could post up some type of proof, right? But hmm, I have the contract agreement, but I don't know if they want that publicized. We've waited on announcements for it, but I think I can send some type of proof. Um, and not pin it? I don't know. I don't want to like rustle feathers. I can do this. I can ask Eddie of something to share that's proof, but we don't want to do the announcement right now because it's quite bullish news. That's one of the things we're holding off on because of the markets. But I can, yeah, no worries about the caps lock. But yeah, he said, is it really true? Can we see some visual or something about that? He wants proof. Um, let me see. Let me go to our message. Because sending proof is like the same thing as sending the announcements. Uh, but let me see if there's something. But I get what you're saying, right? It's been some time, and let's see something. We got a mutual NDA here, and we got partnership agreements. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's just a document with their name on. I don't know if that's proof enough for you. Let me see. Hold on, guys. I got special terms here, backgrounds. Mhm. Yeah, because like, look, I can send you a document, but that's just a document. The real proof is when we announce it, they announce it, and that's the proof you get. But that's the announcement we're also waiting on. So I mean, if you think that a snippet of the document would help for proof for you, then I can ask Eddie, and I'll screenshot the part I would share, which is I think the special term side. Yeah, so it shows what they offer and what we offer, very vague to start off with. I could have that with the name of the company on it. But yeah, I don't know if that's enough proof for you because in the end, the real proof would be when they announce it as well, right? And that's what we're waiting on for the sentiment in the market. But if you want that, I'll screenshot it to Eddie and ask if he's okay with me sending that to you guys. Question from, yeah, no problem. Question from Put Me in the Game. Do you plan on doing social media or any other kind of promotional content with crypto influencers? Does that really help bring traction? Second parter of that question is what about exchanges? Are you talking to any exchanges to get the coin listed? All right, I'll do this in pieces. Planning on social media or any kind of promo contest with crypto influencers. You can see on the bottom of our website the multiple crypto influencers we have. So yes, and Adam Shelton just tweeted us the other day. And we had yesterday we had like 4 or 5 tweets go out from mid-range Twitter influencers. So yes, we have that going already. It brings traction in its own regard of what they're tweeting out, right? So at this point, a lot of people know about Holkino. So there's a couple that are like, oh, what's Holkino? Let's check it out. Then there's that, but then there's the side of to go on. This was saying the announcement of partnering with a promotion company in China. Yeah, multiple influencers will tweet that out. You'll have your Bleeds, your Adam Shelton, will have Mathos, Gooby, Senzu, Luffy. Who else do we have? That was new. Simon Calls. Have that come out. So yes, but it's also the time and the place with the market going downwards now. That's not just the market going downwards. It's also people. I'm taking a break for a couple of days. They're less inclined to be investing when the market's bleeding downwards because a smart team would say, big news like that. Let's wait for a better sentiment of the market. But even if the market is still continuously going downwards, we have more exposure focused. And if it is a long time, you're first into a corner of like, yeah, we have to announce this. So yeah, we could fight off fights. We can go green when the market's going red. But yeah, if we have the option, let's maintain and build more while the market is green, while the market is red. And then when it turns green, we can ride the wave upwards. The second part of your question, what about exchanges? Are you talking to any exchanges to get the coin listed? Yes, multiple. We spoke to Whitebit, OKX, I had a call with, and we're talking about collaborations where I sent back the information to a Miss Lynn, who's our contact person for OKX. We got to meet her and Lee in person at Chainlink. But as far as now getting listed on exchanges, that's not really what we're looking for. Again, it's the building aspect. So we're lining it up. Hopefully, our Embrace the Bear Market campaign of how we're navigating the bear side of things. But for when the bull market comes in, kicks in, our plan is yes, exchange listings, which, we're building up all these deals and connections and networks. Same thing will happen at the CentralCon in a week in Miami, but also bridging over. So one thing we've learned by doing this networking for exchange listings during this time where there's less traffic and less push from exchange listings, we're talking to them about capabilities, but also if we got into like a big listing and we wanted to bridge over, from what I've learned, you have to, for a lot of exchange listings, they make you pay everything again. But if you're already bridged to multiple currencies, they'll list everything in one go.
Hello,
Hello.
what's going on, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Jay Sparks,
I'm doing.
welcome.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. I was in and out the VC. I don't know. I know you probably touched bases on that topic, but I wanted to get more information about the 10K buy from the Akasar team. Like, how does that work? Is that a partnership, or they buy from us, we buy from them? Like, how does that work, and how
All
does
right,
it
yeah. So
benefit
they,
us?
well, I mean, it's a 10K buy to the chart, but as far as how it works, they had a buy contest poll, and we won that poll. Um, so they do a 10K buy. As far as, sorry, hopefully you can hear me over this chainsaw. It's bad timing, but they do a 10K buy into the chart, and then their incentive from what we got is with those tokens. So they're not in control of like a 10K buy. So that's them like that's quite the chart movement. They do giveaways to our community, their community. So it's in that regard, it's kind of like a partnership. We're not partnered with them at all. It's just that we won this buy contest, and then how they continuously push out this marketing aspect for it is they do giveaways to their community. Obviously, the time is undisclosed. But they'll just buy in and then they'll market around that buy and then do giveaways, contests for you guys and their guys to earn more Hulky new tokens. So, how it benefits us is a 10K buy into the chart with more promotion from them with their contests and giveaways. Their idea. We just saw the buy contest and went for it. And, Alcazar is a based project and based team. And we have one of our OGs that's in there that supports their project, Aslan, who also verifies, like, yep, they got your back, dude. So exciting times. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes. Sorry, my phone fell. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that answered it. One more question. The Miami, is that a convention that's coming down? Because I stay in Miami. I would also like to visit. Is that a convention or what?
Yeah, yeah. It's a conference called Decentral Block. If you type in the letter D and then type in Central, so no E in between, you can find it in our pins. It's on the 28th and 29th. You can purchase. I think tickets are still available. You can purchase them with your card, but also you can use crypto, and you get an NFT as entrance, as your like entrance
Oh
ticket.
wow, NFT. Oh wow, that's great. Well, that sums up all my questions. I appreciate you, bud.
No problem at all. Your questions are always welcome. We do a daily VC at 5 p.m. EST with me as the dev. I go over the updates from what happened last 24 hours or last VC and what to expect in the near future. That is posted and pinned as the last pin. And then we leave it open for this time for questions, feedback. If you have a challenging or what you think would be a fuddy question, we don't believe in the concept of FUD as long as it's not a bold statement, but it's a question. So we love a challenge. All thoughts are welcome, and we try to implement them or explain why that's not yet, like with this exchange listing question we had. And hopefully everyone's on the same page, and we are all a team working together.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Ask questions. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Always know that. That's why we all here to help each other.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, exactly. So it's always, even if the VC is not open, our Telegram is 24/7 with the team member always there. Most of the times, our team members can answer that question. If they're iffy on it, they'll tag me. You can tag me, and then whenever I see it, I'll write up an answer too, and try to address it in the next VC as well. So that was one of them. I had a member concerned about the amount of uh, what messages happening in main chat. So that was my first announcement as shill harder. Yes, but also let's have more conversation in main chat and get to know each other. Shoot the shit about the markets. You can talk bad about Ethereum. It's cool. Just don't name drop other tokens too much. But yeah, everything's welcome, and we'll let you know if it's something that's let's not cross promote in here. Another question from Put Me in the Game. Are we allowed to share Twitter content here? If it's pertaining to Hokinu, yeah. If it's pertaining to general market, yeah. Yeah, feel free. We try not to have too many rules. We already have like a profanity bot. You have to work your way around. But yeah, I mean, feel free. The idea is, we're all in crypto. We're all waiting for the markets, watching the market, and we get to bounce information off of each other and learn from each other. Hokino info, always yes. If it's just general Ethereum, Bitcoin, those bigger token info, that's always welcome too. But if it's this project just launched, then no. If it's some other meme coin project.
Yep. No soft shilling.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
how often do we do the VC? Because ever since
This
I
is a
brought, I have been really busy, so I haven't really had time to really stay in the chat. I'll come in and out, so that's why I asked like, how often do you guys do the VC, and do you have a specific time? Do you do it, or you just randomly like,
yeah.
okay, we're gonna have a VC at this date?
No, we do VCs every day at 5 p.m. EST, usually for about an hour. I'll go over the updates for hopefully 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes I get really descriptive. But we also have AMAs that we do very often with other projects for collaboration, finding common ground. So if we have that, then that day is reserved for the AMA and a VC follows. So recently we had like 5 AMAs back to back along with a Smash Space. So it was a few days. So we had a very chunky update of what has happened. That was me talking for like 30 minutes and then leaving it open for interpretation. So, general consensus every day at 5 p.m. EST, daily VC with your dev.
Are the AMAs recorded or no?
Yeah, they're recorded. You can find the Twitter AMAs on our profile page on Twitter. And these ones are recorded and posted up to YouTube. So if you scroll up a little bit in pins, you can see yesterday's was recorded. The Pocahontas, our lead mod, and many other things, social media manager, Raider. People in here know Poca. People out of here know Poca. She's the one that uploads it to YouTube. So you can see all of the VCs or the majority. I think there's one or two that we had recording issues. But yeah, they're uploaded to our YouTube channel. And Put Me in the Game asks, can we post Twitter links like to shill our project when influencers on Twitter ask, what are you loading up on? I can share it here so we all can run under the post and comment Hulk. 100%, that is always welcome. Always welcome. Feel free to take control, shill your bag. We'll stand behind you. Same goes for if you're tweeting about us, we'll get some likes in there as well. So we have a lot of members that made their own Hulkinu focused Twitter page for updates whenever they feel shilly, whenever they feel like running some raids. What's up, Devin? Long time, dude.
What's going on, man?
Welcome back.
What's
I
happening?
think the time has come from what we were waiting on. We got to jump in some DMs together.
Man, what's going on, brother?
moving on up, doing a lot of different things with Holkino. Hopefully you
Yeah,
got to, I think you heard the tail end of the updates, but they're posted and pinned.
yeah, I'm reading it now. I'm in and out of the Telegram right now, like messaging somebody. But yeah, I'm reading some of the stuff right now. You guys are going to what's the name of it? The Centricon?
Yeah. Yeah. 7 days from now.
Damn, that's bullish, bro.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can get the post. Yeah. I was on, Smash Space with, Shiba AI V2 and, Developers United. They mentioned it and I booked it before the space was over. Yeah. Here you go. I forwarded over the announcement. You guys can see it right there. So that's the NFT for I think Jay, you were asking since you're in Miami. That's the NFT for the entrance ticket that you get. Obviously it's hard coded to me, but I was, don't be sending out your tickets and whatnot for people to copy, but it's crypto. That's the whole concept of NFTs. Yeah, so that'll be fun, and we'll get to network with Shiba VI too and Developers United. I already have a proposal for them. So we'll get to talking, and we already spoke about having a FaceTime together. Developers United Dev won't be there. Shiba AI V2 Dev will be there. Both part of the same org. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Going once. If you can't speak, feel free to type in main chat. I will read your question out and answer it to the best of my ability, which is usually phenomenal, if I may say so myself. What you guys can look forward to coming very soon is the preliminary draft of page 3. Usually we just do the black and white sketch, but now we have one where I'm getting revisions done for it. So you guys can see how it's being developed and see the additions. I just downloaded it and now I can't find it. Holkina folder is looking chunky. Toast asks, when can I see the proof of the China promotion? So Eddie is our contact person. What I'll do is I'll tell him you're concerned that you want to see some proof. It is, yeah, I think it's 5:50 or 4:50 a.m. in Hong Kong. So I'm hoping this evening, but worst case, I think tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, bear in mind it'll be a screenshot of a doc, but the true proof will be when they announce it as well, right? But yeah, if that suffices for you, then I just want to run it by him, and I'll send it over to main chat. If it's something that's a bit more time sensitive for you, yeah, I don't know. I don't bear with us. I don't want to send the wrong stuff. I do believe contracts are meant to be kept private, so I don't want to send over something I'm not supposed to send. So let me just verify with him first. No problem, Toast. Always welcome, vriend. Lang niet gesproken. Andrea says, hello, I'm just curious. Haha, baseball, aside from ETH, what's your altcoin to buy on the bear market? Oof. I've said it before. I'm kind of like I'm based in crypto, but I'm based in this side of things. So Hokin, yeah, Hokin is the one. Hokin is taking over my life. Like the only reason I know anything about the market outside of Hokino is me checking up on Ethereum. The other one that I hear so much about is Cardano. But back in the day, I would be like, watching all these influencers 20-minute videos. Now there's no time for it. I'm watching whole unit videos. I'm networking. I'm building, brainstorming, calling mentors across the world, planning out trips. So I don't have time to, watch all these videos. But when I'm in the bathroom going through like shorts and whatnot, like Instagram or whatnot, I hear Cardano mentioned a lot. But Cardano is the one that, a lot of talk of what they're saying and never really actually do with big price movement. Ethereum is the only one that's actually brought something out um, that I would say is, quite substantial inside of the bear market. Chainlink, when we were at the conference, um, their CEO was up, Mr. Blue Checker Shirt, Sergey. His big announcement was staking. So us day five staking. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that answers it. I mean, anybody else? Damn, this goddamn chainsaw. All right. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, areas of concern, things we should be addressed that we should be addressing? Going twice. I'll go over to three in a second, and then I'll post something that may bring some questions and thoughts for you guys too. Give you guys your opportunity. Bear in mind, guys, if you do have a question later on and you do feel like it is funny, do not worry about it. Feel free to ask your question in main chat. Tag me, I'll see it. Otherwise, Hexa or Poka should be able to answer it as well. But if you want to hear it from me, then just tag me and I'll get to it once I see it. All right. Feel free to check out pinned message of the VC update. Bear in mind, this will be changed into a graphic and shielded over Twitter, so it can be posted on Twitter as well as you see as what we normally do. Um, and yeah, so you're always welcome to read it over. What is happening with this document? To read it over and ask your questions. 5 utilities on the way. Some fun, some exposure, some fun exposure and financially focused. Feel free to get your clarifications. Cassidy asked me to invite Pablo Crow. I DM'd him as well. Um, we'll see, but I should DM him too for um, for seeing if Voltoshi is down to retweets or tweets out that we are on voltichange.net, guys. Voltichange.net from .com to .net. They say because of traffic on the domain. Nice and bullish reason to be changing your domain name. I don't know if I did number three yet, but any clarifications needed going 3 times? All right, with that, guys, I'll just be straight up. What I'm going to share here is Hulk Inu's Hulk comic page 3, preliminary draft sketch. We had Crypto Prince ask about Hulk comic page, one of the updates as we were building up more short-term focused utility. We let this go in the back burner as we develop more to satisfy you Hulksters. But yeah, your request is my demand, so I got on it directly, and here we are about 5 days later with sketch one, as well as the text is finished. Text, bear in mind, text will be added with the colored version. This has been sent for revision. All right, eyes to main chat. There you go. Uploaded. Feel free to check out page 3 of the Hulk comic. Just about every panel will be updated with some minor details, but we're also adding another panel, and that last panel will be turned wide before color and the text is in. So feel free to check it out. I may as well Easter egg some. First panel, you'll see the Chad champion. Second panel, you see the Jeep Brigade. These are the soldiers. Bear in mind, we're also going to be having some spotlight features of influencers that aid Holkino in his fight, in his war on Ethereum as he is to defeat the bear market. So hopefully that gets some creative juices going for you guys. Easter eggs will be in these pages as well, as far as what to expect in crypto, predictions, and also some hints of what to expect from Holkino, all in their respective time. This is also being posted to the announcement channel. Feel free to follow our announcement channel for a bit more streamlined updates. In the main chat, we have, shill updates, go hype tweets, etc., etc. And the announcement channel has more online of, announcements. So that way you can just scroll up and just see some of the announcements we have, like Volti Change, our Smash Space with all the guests on there, and this as well. I saw that. Someone sent in the announcement channel. There you go, Polka. Good stuff. I saw the accidental posts of joining the announcement channel in the announcement channel, is what you heard me talk about. It was a little funny for me. It was meant to be from page 3, but yeah, I don't know why I did page 3. I may as well. I do know. So with this page, you're gonna see Kyle Hebert's narration on there. Kyle Hebert is the narrator of Dragon Ball Z. He's the guy that says next time on Dragon Ball Z. We have him posted and pinned, reading our scripts with a link to his IMDb. But this one will have motion graphics. So bear in mind, guys, there's some new people in here, I think. We're not selling comics. These will be minted as NFTs for collector's edition NFTs with the utility of profit sharing inside of Inu Studios. Inu Studios focuses on selling the concept. So we're going to be patenting this idea with our legal advisor, which is about $10,000 and a bit of a process, but the product needs to be finished for us to apply for the patent. Patent comes in, then he also has some fast tracking skills for it too. But that will mark the launch campaign for Inu Studios. So the reason why some of these are exclusive is for some of those patentable concepts that are exclusive to Hulk Inu holders, as well as the Easter eggs become a bit more and more prevalent, or easy to see, less Eastery and more eggy. Yeah, so, but yeah, I may change to page 5 because it also requires a utility for you to be able to connect your wallets to verify that you're a whole key new holder to see the page. So yeah, OG Runner asked if it was from page 5. It was meant to be from page 3, but page 5 makes a bit more sense as a third Motion graphics, okay, but yeah, inside of our patentable concept, you'll see sound effects, background music, motion graphics, holograms, I don't know, motion graphics. Think holograms when I say motion graphics, but also two animated videos depicting mid battle and final battle of the Hulk Inu comic. This same concept will be applied to the Meta Brawl Inu characters, where we will fund everything and give them a free comic. Um, as a referral client list. But then also we go into marketing that out to multiple venues like Comic Con, YouTube ads, Twitter ads, Facebook ads. Outside of crypto, just marking this as Inu Studios, what we provide. Get a big client, get royalties. They go right back into the chart. We have our visualizers showing IRL profits like those royalties coming into the blockchain, going to shareholders, going into chart, and either being locked, auto locked, or burned, depending on what we want to be doing with exchange listings. Or OTC as well is also a possibility, over the counter trades. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this page 3 comic and see us develop it piece by piece. And the sneak peek was me introducing those first two characters, with more coming. Oh yeah, us giving free comics to the Meta Brawl Inu characters. Remember, we do interconnected growth and interconnected utility. That will lead to our pay-per-view YouTube web series of the Universe. What's the Inu series? Is what we had. It's a rough name right now. But imagine Avengers with the Meta Brawl Inu characters, all the top Inus in one pay per view. We're doing that because with this comic, we have a lot of the graphics already. So that's how it's interconnected and easily pushed out. Thank you, OGs. That looks great. The tickets are a bit pricey for the Miami event, but hopefully it's glamorous. Chainlink's event was great. The after parties were on rooftops. They rented out, oh, I forgot the name in New York City. It was like the candy factory or something. Oh man, it was trippy. It made me uncomfortable. It was all bright and colorful. It looked like Willy Wonka and Alice in Wonderland like had sex and had a child, and you're drinking in there then. But great networking. I mean, I'm going. So yeah, I think it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in the sense of Hulk Inu. I think these conferences, well, this one's different. This one isn't just Chainlink focused. They have really cool information, but the speakers, these are tech speakers, has maybe missed Steve Jobs. It wasn't the most entertaining speeches. Um, but funny enough, FTX was there, and it's the one I missed. But they said that he was the best speech. Ironic. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be worth it. I think it's great, especially for you being in Miami. The side of it depends if you're well rounded. Like, if you're just a meme coin trader and well, kind of like me, but at least I have the CEO status of Hulk. But yeah, if you're like, all around trading inside of crypto, it's great for you to be able to meet people there saying, like, oh, I always go to these meetups. I'm inside of this exclusive club in Miami. I do this, I do that. You can build like a bit of a team around you for Miami. You can meet a contract dev, you can meet a marketer, and you could be like, oh, I have this great idea for crypto. We can use this, we can do it together. New in crypto. Yeah, it depends how new you are. Put me in the game. It'll if you're thinking, oh, let me pay $500 for a course, and then this is $500. Um, yeah, I think this, especially if you go in there, like I'm going to be there from beginning to end. There's a lot of free drinks, Red Bull and coffee and stuff and food. I'd never drink Red Bull, but at these events I do. So you really just network. Um, yeah, it depends what you're going there for. I would just say like align what you want to get from it, and you'll get it. I'm going there to network and spread Hokino everywhere. So I go in with business cards, Hokino swag, wearing it, stickers get posted everywhere, and then you get people who are like, "Oh, you're the guy that like put those stickers everywhere." Or you're talking to people for Chainlink's SmartCon. Yeah, it was super worth it. But Chainlink was actually cheaper, being a dev. You got discount tickets. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, dude, attend. And if you don't attend and you're in Miami, let me know and I can just invite you to wherever the after parties are. So it's as far as like deving, it's the conference, which is one side learning, but I go in there just to put like business cards on the seats and stickers places and listen along to their terrible speeches. But yeah, the after party is where, like you're like, oh, nice to meet you. And then you have some drinks and you get to talk and say, like, no, I'm super serious. And you spend more and more time together. Oh, did I call you a man? Dude is unisex. Yeah, feel free to let me know if you don't want to go to the event, then I can just say, like, yeah, we're going here. I mean, it's Miami, so I'm expecting it to be glamorous, right? Yeah, the after party is where the magic happens, Jay. Well, that'll be fun. You all get to meet me in person. Yeah, it's true. At the after parties where the real networking happens. In the conference is a lot of awkward hellos, pitches, what you do, and at the everyone gets a little loose. So if you guys get me enough free drinks, maybe I'll give you some great insider from Hokino. Hmm? Wink, wink. Yeah, Centricon will be cool. If you guys do meet up for the after party, I can introduce you to the people that I already know that are going and the people that I've met while I'm there. I see Jay is typing. I did a three count, and I'll do another fast three count rounds. Any general questions, but also around that sketch of the comic. Jay says, I feel the actual event is this basically promoting coins. It's not like a Bitcoin convention where you actually learn. So, yes, rather network at the after party. That's true. I mean, if you check the agenda, there's a good amount of info. But yeah, I always call it a bit of hollow updates that they have going on it of, like we're gonna speed up, do this, and we're gonna innovate this. Is like, what are you? This is how contracts work. This specific code does this. It's like, come on, man. We're give me the news. It's usually in the beginning and maybe the end of a conference. I got you. Open book with it. Open book with spreading knowledge. Says, keep feeding me knowledge. I'll keep buying drinks. That's a deal. But the more drinks that you get, I think that has an inverse effect for the knowledge. But yeah, I'll do the three count now, guys. Any questions, comments, or concerns going once? Any areas of feedback or clarifications needed going twice? And finally, any points of worry, challenge, what you think may be FUD that you would like to be addressed here from your dev going three times. All right, all right. Hopefully this was quite informative for everybody. Feel free to check out the pinned VC updates. And going forward, be organizing more of the project to project AMAs from the Smash space. Memes token has won the our next collab AMA. We'll be going through some of the other tokens, having project to project AMAs, finding common ground, talking it through. And yeah, I'll close this out and I'll schedule the VC for the same time tomorrow, just under 23 hours from now, 22 hours, 50 minutes. We'll open up another VC at 5 p.m. EST, giving you guys Hokey new updates and letting you know what to expect in the near future. With that, thank you everybody for joining the VC. Shout out to Sam, Pocahontas, Hexa, Gru, Helicopter, Shiba Doge Soldier, Xiao Xiao, AJ Revolve, Toast, Jay Sparks, OG Runner Green. Big shout out to all you guys. Hulk out.